What's going on here? We in the building. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Bucos Locker. Coming to you again. Subscribe, like, comment, share on all the new videos. Don't forget to hit the notification bell icon to notify you on all new videos. That's posted on the channel. Shouts out to all the Pirates and Sea Bandits for supporting this channel. Just saying. Welcome. Long time no talk, folks. It's been a minute, right? Let's have a little brief conversation. Let's sit down and have a little conversation. You hear me? What y'all been up to? Trying to break this training camp hat in, you know what I'm saying? Getting ready for the season. Do you like this, man? You know, getting ready for the season. You know, just trying to get myself together. First down. I can finally wear hats now. Cause y'all remember my little wick, my little pineapple. Well, I'm gonna say pineapple, but my little wick, my little tree, my little palm tree. I couldn't wear hats. Now, I'm back to wearing hats now. So you know I'm finna come with the heat, especially the Bucs heat. I like this. NFLshop.com. Shouts out to them. You know what I'm saying? What's going on, Josh? Brian, Malik, Fire the Cannons. What's good with y'all, man? You know, it's going to be hot. You know, I'm going to wear here in New Orleans. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to represent. I'm going to be out here with the hat on. It's going to be hot. I'm going to wear the hat. When I go to training camp, I'm going to wear the hat. When I go to the game, I'm wearing the hat. That's what I do. You know what I'm saying? But how's everybody been doing it? Hopefully everybody's okay. They doing good. They rocking with, you know, the team right now, and things are kind of starting to heat up a little bit. You know, a lot of talk going on, and I will bring this up in a little bit. There has been some players that's been released, and one in particular that a lot of Bucs fans are talking about, and we'll get to that in a second. And I'll make a separate video, but I just want to touch base with y'all, let y'all know I'm still here. You know, I'm still here. Don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted. You hear me? Do not get this twisted. Just because I ain't making a lot of videos, I told y'all this is my break time. I take my breaks between after the draft, right around the mini camp, right before mini camp. There's a OT, there's a mini camp coming up. I'll probably start pumping out a couple new videos right there. And then training camp. That's when I'll start revving up the videos again. But I want to take my break. I'm taking my break. I'm enjoying my off season. I don't know about y'all, but I am. And this will be the hat that I'll be wearing quite a bit along with the other one. Shouts out to Mopar Buck. And I'll wear that hat in another video. I like that hat too. But this one I had to wear. You know what I'm saying? I like this one. This one's real nice. You know, it can block out the sun, you know. But in Bucs news, you know, I've been keeping my distance from football news. Because I just want to just detox for a second. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes you got to detox from football. Took a break from doing updates with the Bucs and all that. Just want to just focus on other stuff. You know, my truck, my daughter. You know, working out, eating, all that stuff like that. You know, skating, all that. So, you know, this is kind of detox from football. When you just do football from September to basically April, it wears and tears on you because you got to stay up to date on a lot of stuff. So I'm enjoying my couple months. I'm enjoying June. I'm enjoying July. Well, most half of July. So Sandoval, what's up, buddy? JR Dot, man. So the Bucs cornerbacks getting some recognition and some rankings, right? You know, Jamel Dean in particular. Shout out to Jamel Dean and Carl Davis starting to get some recognition, right? So like I told y'all about these rankings, man, like, you know, you take it with a grain of salt, but you do have to pay attention because of the sentiments of the community, the media, the fan bases, and all that stuff like that. They came out with a linebacker list. It had Lavonte David up there. Another one had Devin White at 10, which I was like, what? You know what I'm saying? But you know, it's just something to talk about, and I told y'all this. But we're not getting any recognition at quarterback, obviously, right? Not getting any like big ups and big talk. Every time they talk about our quarterback situation, from what I'm seeing, what I'm reading amongst fan bases or the NFL community, we're not going to get any respect at the quarterback situation. Y'all can spin Baker Mayfield and Kyle Trask all you want to. We're not going to get any respect, whoever's starting. There was a post today that came up, a graphic came up of Baker Mayfield since 2017, 64 interceptions, number one in the NFL since 2018 or 17, something like that. So, yeah. So we're not going to get any respect. So I think y'all need to understand that part. Now our defense is going to get respect. And I told y'all this, and I'm warming y'all up. I keep telling y'all this. It's going to be a defensive-led team. We're not going to win a ton of games. I'm just going to foreshadow real quick. We're not going to win a ton of games. When I mean by a ton of games, I'm talking about like double digits, right? So I'm giving y'all foreshadowing here on my record prediction, kind of an advanced foreshadowing. So, but a lot of the games are going to be close. And we're going to lose because we're not going to score enough points, unfortunately. But the overall sentiment is, positive vibes. The team is doing well. I've seen some videos with Baker Mayfield and Kyle Trask missing throws and all that stuff like that. They only show you pieces and bits and pieces of what's going on. Try not to get too caught up in that. You do want your quarterbacks. You want Kyle Trask and Baker Mayfield to do good during these OTAs and mini camp coming up, and also training camp and preseason going into the season. So you don't want to see these videos popping up like that, And shame on whoever's doing that. Like, you got to tell the whole story. You can't paint a part of the picture. You got to paint the whole picture when you posting these videos. What about the videos of them making good throws? Huh? Where's the videos of Baker Mayfield and Kyle Trask making really good throws? Now, I've seen some videos they're making simple throws. I mean, it looked like the same throws that Tom Brady was doing. I was like, man, you know what I'm saying? Like, we've seen that already. But it's mini camp. So, OTA. So, it's like, we'll see more as coming up. When you have two quarterbacks, you don't have one. And in this league, you gotta have the guy. And at this point, unfortunately, we're one of the few teams that don't have a guy. Going into the season, going into training camp, we don't have the guy. And they got to fight it out. And when you're in a situation where your quarterback situation is up in the air, that's a red flag, a yellow and a red flag. And we're not situated on the O-line yet. They still don't know. Nobody knows the real story with the Tristian Wirfs. Is left tackle, right tackle. Cody Mulch, is he going to play, Luke Gedeke, is he going to play right tackle? We don't know the whole story with our O-line. So, like I said, there's concerns going into minicamp, going into training camp. And I'm going to emphasize that. Because when you look at the top-tier teams, they don't have these problems. That's all I'm trying to tell y'all. We're not even nowhere near top tier. And that's unfortunate because of the way the direction that the Bucs took it. The direction that the Bucs took to get the Super Bowl and try to win more, it kind of, down the road, like I told y'all, it's going to backfire, and you don't want question marks with your O-line and your quarterback. So when you look at the contenders and the pretenders, the championship contenders and the pretenders and the teams that are just out of sync, we're at the level of out of sync because we're not synced at quarterback and we're not synced at the O-line level. Two very important parts of the team with just too many question marks. Well, one too many question marks. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, I'm gonna keep saying this. That's unfortunate because when you compare us to teams that are established, the elite level teams, there's a big gap between them and the Bucs. And then when you look at the second tier teams, there's a medium gap between them and the Bucs. The Bucs are more towards so it's 32 teams. I'm gonna give y'all a perspective here. There's 32 teams. So 1 through 16, the Bucs are not in that category. They're not 1 through 10. They're not 10 through 16. They're in that third, upper fourth tier because of the quarterback situation and the O-line situation. Coming off a disastrous running game, couldn't score points. no explosiveness. So you can't put him in the top 16. I can name 16 teams that's better, easy. I mean, when I say better, I mean overall. I'm talking about coaching, GM. When you factor in everything, I'm not saying the roster by itself. I'm just saying teams. I'm talking about when you factor in GM, head coach, OC, running game, O-line, D-line, linebacker, secondary, defensive coordinator, philosophy. When you factor in everything, I can name 16 teams easily with a better score overall. You know what I'm saying? So, but the Bucs are not. I'm gonna keep saying this. The Bucs are not terrible. We're not terrible. We're just not in the upper half, or the top half, or the second top half. You know what I'm saying? The 1 through 10. We're not there. We're not 10 through 16. We're more in that. But you can pick a number between 18 and 24. That's where you throw the Bucs in. And that's unfortunate. You know what I'm saying? So because of the question marks, explosiveness, quarterback, O-line, running game. A lot of it's speculation, but it's what have you done for me lately? And you can only go by what you've last seen with something, right? So now the Bucs have a chance to have a great first impression coming up this season. The first couple games to kind of give us an idea, but not the full picture. It's going to be a struggle. Preseason, training camp preseason, in the first couple games. It's going to be a struggle. I'm going to let y'all know right now. We're not going to walk in and just start beating teams. It's my opinion. Right? But if you look at the schedule, in the early part of the schedule, I mean, come on. I mean, we're not just going to run through teams. We're going to win close games. We're going to win close games. It's going to be edgy. It's going to be intense. Because of the defense, going to keep us in the game. The offense just can't turn the ball over, and they got to have an effective running game and have some explosive plays. But unfortunately, both of those quarterbacks, compared to other quarterbacks, it's a big gap. Explosiveness. And that quarterback, we don't have an explosive quarterback. Neither one of those guys are explosive. Baker Mayfield, he's edgy. That's not explosiveness. He's not a playmaker. He plays with ego. He plays with a chip. He tries to do too much. And he has a low ceiling, low floor, right? And then Kyle Trask, not even close to being explosive. Arm not really great. Not a great athlete as far as moving in the pocket or whatever. He can scramble a little bit, but, come on, man. But compared to the upper half quarterbacks, even the second half of the quarterback, not explosive. So we don't know what we're getting out of the quarterback, and which that kind of leads to why our quarterback situation is looked at as a negative. So, but in other news, enough of that. You a handshaker, rumble pack. Dalvin Cook, Kareem Hunt, DeAndre Hopkins. Well, the Bills signed Leonard Floyd. This is what I was trying to tell y'all. We can't do nothing. We don't have any money. We can't do nothing. Bucket with your girl, what's up? You wish, what's up? Young DZ. We can't do nothing. Couldn't go get Leonard Floyd. We can't get Dalvin Cook. And I know people was talking about Dalvin Cook. Minnesota finally released him. So they took a big cap hit. They did I don't know if they marked him as a post-June 1st cut. They was trying to shop him. Nobody's paying that money for aging running back. But if you look at Dalvin Cook, he's still good. I mean, to be honest with you, if you put him on the Bucs right now, that wouldn't hurt. The shoulda, coulda, woulda can be unwritten and rewritten, right? Should have drafted him in the first round instead of O.J. Howard, but we can get him now and get another year or two out of him. Because if you look at it, right, getting Leonard Fournette and getting Dalvin Cook at their points, right? Dalvin Cook is still better than Leonard Fournette. Not even close. And to be honest with you, a healthy Dalvin Cook, and I'll emphasize healthy, is better than Rachaad White. Because we don't know what Rachaad White's going to do. But just based on production and, what they had in their careers, you can't say Rachaad White better than Dalvin Cook. But you can say Dalvin Cook better than Rachaad White. You can say that because there's evidence there. You have the known versus the unknown. I like Rachaad White. And I stand on this. I think he's going to be a good back. But I think he'd be a really good third down back. I don't know about number one. We don't know yet, but just based on observation, good change of pace back, not a number one alpha running back. In my opinion, right? But see, Dalvin Cook is established, and he's not. I mean, Dalvin Cook. He's still good, you know. You wish with a super chat. What up, Isaiah? What's the story behind that Dwayne The Rock Johnson Brahma bull tattoo on you? It's a zodiac sign, man. It's Taurus, man. I'm a Taurus bull. My birthday was in May, so I'm a bull. I'm a Taurus, or my dad say Taurus, salmon, however you want to pronounce that. You know what I'm saying? But don't be worried about my tattoo. I need to get it redone. I don't like tattoos. I got this because I wanted to try it, but I mean, it is what it is. But I want to get back to Dalvin Cook. Thank you for the super chat. $5 super chat. You wish. Blessings. But yeah, Dalvin Cook will be a good addition, but unfortunately, I like using that word again, we don't have any money. And why would he want to play for the Bucs? So it's a wrap. You can stop bringing that up. Any good name for region is not coming to the Bucs, folks. I need y'all to get that through y'all thick heads. And some of y'all got thin heads too, but skulls. No good free agent is signing with the Bucs. This is the repercussions of going all in and not planning for the future. Going all in and not planning for the midterm and long term will hurt your team. And the Bucs, yeah, it's about to start. This is the first season where they're going to feel the wrath of, well, we went all in, we got one. Second season, got put out the playoffs. Third season was a total disaster. So if you look at it, out of the 3 seasons, there was one really, really, really good one. Super Bowl, right? You know. And the second season was a disappointment, but it was still a good season. But we got put out the playoffs. So that's the disappointment. And then the third season was a total disaster. 8-10. So, but this is the repercussions, and they put a lot of money into the team and the older guys, and now the Bucs are no longer the oldest team in the NFL. We've gotten younger, which is good, but in key positions, I think we, particularly quarterback, they didn't plan on this. I mean, they were trying to ride the Brady train as long as possible. And I think the problem with that, and not just for the Bucs, for any team that tries to ride the coattail of an aging quarterback, is a disaster waiting to happen. You must plan for the future, or you must have a plan in place. You know, and the Bucs did not have a plan in place. Their door number 2 was Baker Mayfield, and the succession plan was Kyle Trask. That ain't winning you a lot of games. The only way we win a lot of games is because of the defense. At this point, in my opinion, the only way the Bucs win a lot of games is if the Bucs defense turns into a 2002 Tampa Bay Bucs defense. Like, shut down everybody. Which I don't see that happening, because they're going to be on the field quite a bit. We're going to have a lot of 3 and outs, in my opinion. An observation. And the way the team's set up. Still, and you know what's so crazy? We still lack explosiveness. I know we got, Trey Palmer, and Sean Tucker, some young guys coming in. Offensively, they still lack explosiveness. It's the same look as last year as far as explosiveness. You feel me? It's just different quarterbacks. Actually, a downgrading quarterbacks. So if we struggle with explosiveness with Tom Brady making explosive plays, how are we all of a sudden better with Kyle Trask and Baker Mayfield? Explosive plays. Oh, because they can scramble around. They don't work like that. No team's going to respect our quarterback. Neither one of them. Which means they're going to put pressure on the quarterbacks, either or. And neither one of them especially Baker, can handle pressure well. I don't think Kyle Trask is, you know, he's an unknown, but he doesn't look like he's gonna handle the Bills defense or the Eagles defense. They're gonna shred him up to pieces. Baker Mayfield, he stands a certain chance. He has a opportunity to do some things, make some plays, but that's Baker Mayfield. You know, but nobody's gonna respect our quarterback. No matter what team we play, y'all see, they're gonna make our quarterbacks try to win the game. They're gonna shut down the run game, which they're not gonna have a lot of trouble, according to what we seen last year doing. But we'll see. You know, and like I said, a lot of variables. You know, quarterback, O line, OC, middle linebacker. Oh, Devin White. Question marks there. Question marks with the O line. Question marks with the running game. Question marks with the OC. Question marks with the coach. And this is what I was trying to tell y'all. I seen some people, and I'm going to jump into another section real quick. I seen some people talking about double-digit wins, and I'm like, how? I'm just curious. It's hard for me to say double-digit wins because of the question marks. Because we kind of know what Todd Bowles is, right? We know what Baker Mayfield is, right? The Bucs haven't had a successful running game in years. You know, so it's like we kind of know what's already there. We know what Baker Mayfield is. We don't know what we got in Dave Canales. We don't know what we got in him. The only thing people are grasping for is straws. Oh, well, Seattle offense is going to look like the Bucs offense is going to look like Seattle offense. How do you know? It's not the same situation. Pete Carroll, Todd Bowles. Who you picking? Don't worry. It's a rhetorical question. You know the answer to that. So what I'm saying, so comparing the Bucs situation with Seattle situation, stop doing that. You're playing yourself. You're playing yourself. Perry, what's up, man? Third Matic, what's up? Bucs for life. Damien, NRG Clan. Happy birthday to NRG Clan. What's up? What's up with ya, NRG Clan? Happy birthday to you, man. Gemini, right? So, I don't know, man. I hope everybody understand where this team is really at, the reality of it, where the team really sits at, because your expectations and reality are different. See, mine tends to be closer to the reality side of it. That's why I tend to not overthink what the Bucs are really, what they really are. You know, you're adding variables to make the team look better than what they really are. You're hoping Baker Mayfield or Kyle Trask do really, really good. Right? You're hoping the Bucs running game, despite the fact that we haven't had a good running game since Doug Martin, you're hoping that does well. You're hoping an unknown OC, first-time OC, does really well. And what's the history on guys like that in their first year calling plays without an offensive-minded coach? Think about what I'm saying. What is the history of first-time OCs calling plays with a defensive-minded coach? Now, if the Bucs had an offensive-minded head coach, I'll feel more comfortable with the offense, right? You know, if there was a Bruce Arians there and a Dave Canales right there, which that's not a reality, or I don't think that would happen in the multi-universe, but I'm just saying, an offensive-minded coach with Dave Canales, I feel a lot better. I have more confidence because of the head coach has an offensive mindset, yada, yada, yada. See, I'm just giving y'all things that y'all didn't think about. So before you start blurting out 10, 11, 12 wins, you ain't thinking. We got Todd Bowles. Conservative. Not aggressive on offense. Handcuffs the offense. And a first-year OC who's never called plays since high school was a quarterback coach. That's a staff member, not a coordinator. His input was minimal. So be careful be careful on your expectations. Because this can get real ugly. And I ain't finna be the guy. I'm not finna be the Bucs fan trying to clean up what I said. I'd rather be closer to reality than optimism. Because optimism is not reality. You're just hoping, you're wishing. Versus the reality tells you a defensive-minded head coach with a first-time OC. Where's the history on that, of that being successful? Matter of fact, I'll give you a more recent example. Robert Saleh. Mike LaFleur. Remember Matt LaFleur's brother. Robert Saleh, head coach for the Jets. Defensive-minded coach. Had an OC there. Jets offense struggled. I'll be more comfortable with the Bucs offense if they had an explosive play caller. Like a known guy that has history. You know, like the Sean McDermott setup. You know, like when he had Brian Dable as the OC. You know. Or what's another defensive-minded coach? Brandon Staley, defensive-minded coach, but he had, Chargers offense explosive, right? Pete Carroll, Shane Waldron. Pete Carroll's a defensive-minded coach, particularly the DBs, but Shane Waldron, beasting over them. You get what I'm saying? So I'm just throwing a couple of DCs out there that's head coaches that have defensive backgrounds. And if you look at the other defensive background of coaches, head coaches like Ron Rivera, Dennis Allen, struggle. And they have experienced play callers. Mike Vrabel struggled on offense. A really good head coach with a defensive background, struggle on offense. Most teams that have a defensive-minded head coach struggle on offense. Outside of a couple exceptions. And Todd Bowles is worse than all of those guys. Think about it. I'm just giving y'all some gems here. Defensive-minded coaches, head coaches. Dennis Allen, Ron Rivera, Todd Bowles, Robert Saleh. 4 offenses that are not good. So where's your evidence for the optimism versus reality? See, I have reality points. Your points are going to be based on emotions and feelings and variables added on. See, I don't have to add anything to make my point. I can just give you straight facts. You choose what you want to believe in when it comes to the Bucs offense and head coach situation, OC situation. See, I don't need to add any seasoning to make my argument or my point. I have facts to back that. I don't have any made-up hypotheticals or maybes and what ifs and couldas. No, I don't have that when I make the point about the Bucs offense, the unknown OC, the head coach that's defensive-minded, the running game, the quarterbacks. I don't have any variables to put in there. I have facts. So when I back up facts with defensive-minded head coaches, I gave you 4 of them. We see the results. Dennis Allen, Ron Rivera, Robert Saleh, Todd Bowles, Mike Vrabel, Matt Eberflus from the Colts. Struggle on offense. Struggle. I gave you, 5 or 6 head coaches. Defensive-minded head coaches. All of them offenses struggle. See, that's reality versus optimism. That's why I live in the reality world. It's okay to be it's okay to be optimistic and have, expectations. Which I have expectations. But in the framework of what I'm talking about, with the team, where the team is at now compared to the other teams, I'm in the reality box. So for those of you that's saying 10 or more wins, good luck. May the force be with you. And I hope they win 10 more games. But understand this part before I get off this video. Understand this for you folks that's hoping 10, 11, 12 wins. Understand this. You have to add variables to make your case for 10 wins, 11 wins. Some of you even pick 12 wins. You know what that is? It's optimism. That's not the reality or where the team is at. Then you got the fan, mind, the fandom. Then you got sports, football guy. It's great to be a fan. I'm a fan all day. On football first, before the Bucs. Football first, then the Bucs. That's why I'm able to see things in the more real reality framework. And I don't hate them. I'm not hating on my team. I just talk about my team based on the reality. I cannot be like other people and start just blurting out stuff and for clicks and views and goofiness, and I don't do that. Y'all know me. So, like I said, understand as long as you understand where this team is at, you're not gonna be mad and upset when things don't go right. But if you don't know where this team is at and you're going off of emotions and hypotheticals and wouldas and shoulds and couldas and all this what ifs, you setting yourself up for disappointment. Because if the Bucs win a lot of games, I'm gonna be like, well, hey, they exceeded expectations. But if they lose a lot of games and you out there that picked 10, 11 wins, 12 wins, now you got to clean up your emotions. Now you got to pull back and try to justify it. Come back to reality. I'm just trying to help y'all out before the season start, man. I'm going to keep doing this until the season start. Come back to reality. Be humble. Y'all people, some of y'all out there is ridiculous with it. Dalvin Cook, we're not getting him. We don't have any money. We can't get Leonard Floyd. Can't sign nobody. The Bucs got to, I told y'all, transitional year. They got to eat this year. I'm not expecting anything out of this year. That's why I can smile. I'm not expecting anything big out of this year. Stay healthy, figure out the quarterback situation, and win some games. Maybe win a division. But I'm not expecting anything major out of that. I'm not thinking about no Super Bowl. I'm not thinking about no NFC Championship. I'm not thinking about none of that. Because I'm living in reality. And I'm also comparing the Bucs to get to the NFC Championship, to get to the Super Bowl. Do you understand who they got to beat? They're not beating those teams. I'm just saying. As of right now, with everything in play, no injuries, both teams are healthy, the Bucs are getting smoked by a few of those teams. They're getting smoked. And it's not a knock on the defense. It's just they're not going to be able to, the offense. That's the problem. The defense is going to be great. The offense is the problem. It's too unbalanced. The Bucs are an unbalanced team. Really, really good defense, below average offense. That's screaming Jets, Colts, Saints, Titans. It's screaming that type of setup. Just saying, folks. I'm just saying. But anyway, shouts out the Pirates and Sea Bandits, all the Pirates and Sea Bandits. Thank you for joining another episode of Bucos Locker. Just want to check in, talk to y'all for a little bit. I got more videos, but they coming here and there. But yeah, so the Dalvin Cook situation, folks, LIG, let it go. It ain't happening. Why the heck will Dalvin Cook come to the Bucs when the Bucs are in a transitional year? Not a rebuild, not a retool, transitional year. He trying to go win. Leonard Floyd signed with the Bills. You think he gonna sign with the Bucs? The Bucs ain't got no money. You should have drafted Dalvin Cook. Maybe our running game would have been top 10 for the last 5 years. Thank you, Jason Light, for picking O.J. Howard, a wasted first-round pick. Who has the better career? Dalvin Cook, O.J. Howard? Leave the answers in the comment section. With that being said, Subscribe, like, comment, share on all the videos. Don't forget to hit the notification bell icon to notify you on all new videos that's posted on this channel. Fire those cannons. Seize the day. Raise the flag. Hashtag life after Brady. Hashtag reality versus optimism. Hashtag stay humble. Hashtag what is this? Hashtag why. Hashtag facts over feelings. Hashtag don't get mad at me. I didn't make the decisions. Hashtag probability versus possibility. Think. Think with your brain, not with your emotions. Bucos Locker out. Told you.